Hi Catapulters! I'm Laura and of course I work for Catapult. I'm passionate about career coaching because I was fortunate to find my dream job twice. And I'm hoping that through sharing my story, sharing the story of others, and providing you with some tools, you'll be able to find your dream job too. So in this session, we're going to talk about Reevaluate.
Last time, Stephanie discussed setting goals and putting a plan in place. So our final session is about reevaluating the plan. This is a time for you to look at your plan and evaluate how you're doing. Has your goal stayed the same or has something changed? You can learn a lot by asking yourself these questions. If you're on track, pat yourself on the back for setting a goal and getting yourself there. If you aren't, perhaps your estimates were too aggressive or your plan was incomplete. Or maybe life got in the way and this is a good way to get you back on track. Regardless, evaluating where you plan to be and where you are is a great life skill you should practice ongoing. So I thought I'd share my career story to show you my path so that you can see how reflecting can help you learn something about yourself and or change the direction you're headed towards a better goal for you. I didn't know exactly what I wanted to do right out of high school, but my guidance counselor suggested I focus on science since my marks were best in science. So I did a university with a Bachelor of Science. I did well in my labs, met some great people, but the more I thought about the future, the less it seemed to be the right fit for me. So it was only partway through my first year that I began my research. Life lesson 1, start your research before you start paying for a program. My research began with the question, what do I want to do with my science degree? It was then that the dream jobs I had in mind actually seemed quite unrealistic for me. I knew chances were very slim that I would have the opportunity to work with Shamu at SeaWorld, so perhaps a veterinarian. But I pretty much faint at the sight of blood, so perhaps a pharmacist? I got myself a job working at a local drugstore, and from what I learned by asking questions, it wasn't the career I had expected. Life lesson 2. Finding a part-time job or volunteering in the field of a career you're interested in can help you determine if it's the right fit for you. I sought out an aptitude test at the University Career Center, but I didn't like the careers it suggested for me. What I did notice is that all of the careers seemed to be focused in a similar field, business. And so was my first twist. I switched from a science degree to a Bachelor of Commerce degree at Dalhousie. Life lesson 3. Sometimes you need to start with a well-researched direction rather than a final destination. I didn't find the career for my aptitude test, rather a better direction. Now my marks were also high in math, so I figured what better choice then? Accounting. I didn't end up as an accountant, however, business was the right fit for me. I just needed to take some courses in the field of business, add a little experience, and really figure out what my passions were in order to find my dream job. Life lesson 4. What's important to you can change over time, and that's A-OK. Straight out of university, one of the people I met at school suggested I work at the bank where she worked. So I applied, and I ended up working for Scotiabank for 15 years. My friend told me about applying at the bank. That's called networking, and it can help you in many ways. Life lesson 5. Talking to people you meet or already know is called networking. Now, I didn't stay in the same job the entire time. I followed my passions and my aptitudes, and because I had a business degree, the bank saw potential in me and put me into management training. My education positioned me for opportunities that might not otherwise have existed for me. Life lesson 6. Luck is what happens when preparation meets opportunity. While I was in my position, I heard about a temporary spot to plan a national meeting for the bank. This sounded like a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, so I approached the coordinator with my resume, employment history, and a list of all the events I had planned in my spare time. I started what I thought would be a brief career with the bank, but in seizing this opportunity, ended up in my very first dream job. Life lesson 7. Be ready and open to opportunities, even if you don't know where they may lead you. I was so passionate about planning this particular meeting that at the end of the event, the Senior Vice President of Scotiabank Atlantic asked if I would consider staying in the role, a role they created just for me. I planned every type of event imaginable and sincerely enjoyed walking out the door to work every single day. Life Lesson 8. If you truly follow your passion, others will see you at your best and will enjoy working with you. During my role with Scotiabank, I met Jane Roy when I joined a committee to plan a gala event called the Autism Golf Ball. We discovered that we worked well together, so when she started a new adventure, Catapult, she reached out to me to see if I wanted to volunteer with her. Life Lesson 9. You meet great people who share your interests when you join activities doing things you enjoy. I found a new passion in Catapult, working with youth, and that led to my current dream job, this one. My skills and previous experience weren't what tipped the scale for me to get this job, rather my volunteerism and passion for Catapult did. Life Lesson 10. You may discover your dream job when you volunteer.
Choosing your career path is a process, and it doesn't happen overnight. There are no deadlines and no wrong answers. People change with time and experience, and the world of work changes too. So it's a great practice to take a look at where you've been, where you're headed, and if that's in fact the direction you still want to go. Your career journey is about discovering who you are and how you connect with the world of work, so that you can find a job that matches your personality and is the right fit for you at this time in your life. Remember, knowing what you want in all areas of your life is the first step to creating the life you want for yourself. And we want the best for you. So please share your successes with Catapult. If you run into challenges, reach out and we can maybe help you with that. Because we are, after all, your Catapult family. We look forward to sharing successes with you, hearing your news, and thank you so much for enjoying our little trip on the career journey.